On a desolate stretch of road late one October night, a lone driver, Ethan, was making his way home from a late shift. The trees loomed ominously, their skeletal branches swaying in the cold wind. The headlights barely pierced the thick darkness, and the only sound was the monotonous hum of the engine. Suddenly, through the haze of the fog, Ethan spotted a figure by the roadside. A young man in tattered clothes, holding a sign that read, "Need Ride." Ethan hesitated, but his conscience won over. He slowed the car and pulled to a stop beside the hitchhiker. The young man slid into the passenger's seat, offering a weary smile. "Thanks for stopping," he said in a voice that was both hollow and unsettling. Ethan nodded, trying to ignore the creeping unease. As they drove, the stranger began to speak in a disjointed manner, recounting disturbing stories of places he'd been, all with an unsettling detachment. Ethan tried to keep the conversation light, but the stories grew increasingly dark and twisted, each one ending in a grim tale of violence and death. "Sometimes," the hitchhiker said suddenly, "people let me in, and then—" He paused, his eyes locking onto Ethan's through the rearview mirror. "They never let me out again." Ethan's heart raced, a cold sweat forming on his brow. He tried to rationalize it as the ramblings of a troubled man, but the atmosphere in the car was thick with tension. The hitchhiker continued, "I always find a way to thank those who offer me a ride. It's my way of showing gratitude." His voice took on a chilling calmness as he said, "You see, I make sure they're remembered." Ethan's grip tightened on the steering wheel. He noticed a glint of metal in the hitchhiker's hand, partially hidden. Fear spiked as he realized that he was in a vulnerable position. He had to act quickly. Trying to mask his terror, Ethan sped up, hoping